In this battle, we're taking on U-Bot Kid 22789, and you can see that I actually sped this up 4 times the speed because for some reason it was bugged in game, so everything was going by really slow and nothing was really loading in. But anyways, you can see I definitely did make some changes here. I'll post all the viewer suggestions, but we got Intellion now, Incineroar, Mudsdale, and I forgot what the last one was. Oh yeah, Articuno. And then I also included Concolors. I saw someone recommend using that. I already have used it before, but I felt like using it again just because I like the priority it offers when Mock Punch, and also just because I thought it'd be interesting to have in this team. But really, it's definitely quite an interesting setup I got going on here. I actually kind of like it too. It's nowhere near kind of competitive OU level by any means. Like maybe you could compete with this team, but it's more so just kind of like just a fun team that kind of uses unique Pokemon. So anyways, I went for a U-turn on the first turn because we already got the Intimidate off and I wasn't too sure what he was going to do. I know he can't probably one-shot or Earthquake after the Intimidate, so I'm willing to let the Incineroar sustain damage if he attacks, and then I bring in the Inteleon and then just go for like Choice Specs, the Ice Beam, or something like that. Now if you went for a Dragon Dance, then my plan would be to go into the Mudsdale here. Now unfortunately I was trying to figure out why everything was so slow because it was kind of annoying, but it was alright. But anyways, now that I got the Toxic off on the Rayquaza, I figured he'd be in a bit of a timer, so I can kind of get comfortable and set up my Start Rocks and do what I need to do. While he goes for pretty weak and insignificant attacks here in the Mudsdale. So anyways, I was thinking, well, he might go for another round of extreme speed. So I don't know why. Like, I felt like if he was gonna be smart to use Dragon Descent, he would have used it earlier. Actually, I don't even fully know, but it was definitely a bit confusing. So anyways, the Incineroar comes out here to get another Intimidate off to shut down his hopes of trying to really get too set up here with the Dragon Dance. I don't want this tearing through anybody. And he goes for the Dragon Descent, which does quite a lot of damage. So what I was thinking was, well, if I bring in the Mobile here in what's probably going to be round 2 of Dragon Descent, I can probably finish him off with the Sucker Punch, since his defense will be lowered, and he shouldn't one-shot since Mobile resists Dragon Descent, and I get an Intimidate off. So, we should be able to survive that pretty nicely. So that's exactly what we go for here. Typically, I wouldn't recommend really bringing in an offensive Pokemon like Mobile defensively here. However, it seemed to be the most logical choice. I mean, I could go into Mudsdale, but you would never know if you need it later in the game. And you will see it actually is quite useful later on in this battle. So anyways, I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution here and hit him with the Sucker Punch. And that's definitely going to go quite the distance here, as it's enough to one-shot the Rayquaza. Not a surprise though, since he really lowered his defense, but it's still pretty nice. Now the Reshiram comes out. It's tempting to go for a Sucker Punch here, and I actually decided to do it purely because I looked at my team. I was like, well, I don't really have anything that can switch into Reshiram, so I'll take my damage here. And he actually goes into Nihilego, probably because he realized, wait a second, I only got attacking moves here. So, I mean, he probably figured that it would not be a very good answer to Mobile. So I was already thinking he's probably going to go for like a Star Rocks here, since I've seen a lot of people running that on Nihilego these days. So I figured I wouldn't want to just give him a free opportunity to do that, which is why the Mudsdale came out. And now I'm going to go for the Earthquake here, which is going to be enough to one-shot him. I'm actually not too sure how I outsped, because I'm pretty sure Mudsdale is like extremely slow, and Nihilego is a pretty fast Pokemon, so it's definitely questionable what happened there. I don't know if you went for like some sort of move with negative priority or something, but it's definitely interesting. So here on the Groudon, I'm going to first go for the Toxic. It's tempting to go for the Earthquake, but I don't know if it's really going to get me much value, especially since Groudon has a lot of defense, and I'd rather take as much damage on it as I can get, since there's no guarantee I can finish it off later, and also just getting status, and it can help out the team in general. So anyways, I'm going to go for the Protect here now, just so I can ensure I will be able to live his next attack, even on a maximum damage roll, unless it's a critical hit, which would just be unfortunate if that happened. And in the next turn, I decided that I'm probably going to just follow up with the Earthquake now and just take my damage. I'm willing to let the Mudsdale go down, since it's really already done quite a lot of work neutralizing the Mega Rayquaza to some extent, and taking out the Groudon here with a critical hit Although I don't think that critical hit was necessary. Like, I'm pretty sure a standard Earthquake and then a Protect on the toxic damage would probably do the job too. So a Roaring Moon is going to come out now, which is really strong. It's going to finish out the Mudsdale here. Not a surprise though, since it's already low. Although now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So I decided to go into the Intellion, because actually Intellion outspeeds the Roaring Moon by 1 base stat. It's 120 base speed to the 119 that Roaring Moon has. So that's definitely really nice. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here. And unfortunately, you're going to see that the Roaring Moon will be able to take it. Now, the animation takes forever. It's crazy. Like, I was sitting here waiting for like a whole minute just to see the ice particles finally stop. He's going to go for a Dragon Rush, and that's actually going to do massive damage, even through the not very, or I guess it's just a neutral hit, but I mean, Roaring Moon is just crazy. Like, it definitely would be an Uber's level threat if it was in Gen 6 or Gen 7. So I'm just gonna follow up with another round of the Ice Beam. That's gonna finish off the Roaring Moon since he doesn't have priority, and now he's gonna go into the Genesect, which unfortunately gets an attack boost, which could be scary, but luckily this guy is not running a physical attacking set from what I noted. So anyways, the Articuno is going to come out here. That might be seen as questionable since he has super effective stab, steel type attacks. Although the way I'm looking at this is, if I can get these entry hazards out, then Intellion can probably come in and clean up with a Torrent boosted, Choice Specs boosted Hydro Pump, as long as it lands, and it should be able to outspeed everything else in this guy's team, especially since the Reshiram will be taking damage from Star Rock, so it should probably be a KO. But first, I definitely need to pivot into it, which is why Incineroar comes out here. So I'm going to let it go down or a U-turn, but unfortunately he leaves the game, which I count as a forfeit, so that right there is going to be GG.